I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to share with you how you can roast your own green chilies at home on your barbecue. We're going to be using a charcoal grill, but you can use a gas grill or whatever you have. So stay tuned to see how we roast green chilies at home. All right. Today we're going to be roasting some green chilies on the barbecue, and I thought it would be a great idea to share with you how to do this, because you may not know how easy it is to actually roast some green chilies if you have the opportunity to get some. Now these are Anaheim chilies, and I grew up in the Southwest. A lot of you know that, in Arizona. My brother actually lives in New Mexico. That is the home of the Hatch green chili, and that is what we love, is Hatch green chilies. These are not marketed as Hatch green chilies. I don't think it's quite time for them yet. Hatches are a little deeper green, but when they roast those, they are oh so delicious. And when I grew up in Arizona, they would have chili roasting season, and they would have these giant cylinders of mesh, and they would be over open flame, and they would just turn those cylinders. They were full of chilies, and they would tumble them until they were beautifully roasted, and then they would put them in a paper bag and you would buy them by the pound, and that's a really happy memory for me. But today we're just going to roast some of these over our barbecue, and I'm going to take you outside and show you how that's done. Okay, roasting chilies outside on your barbecue grill couldn't be easier. Now Rick has, I'll have him tell you how he set up the coals, but you're just gonna toss the peppers right on the grill, and then you're gonna turn them until they blister. And they're gonna turn black, and they're gonna look ugly, and they're gonna look like you don't wanna eat them. But as you have them on the fire, you're going to go ahead and just turn them every now and then until they're blistered really well all the way around. So I'll let Rick tell you how he has the coals set up.
Okay, I got more charcoal on this side, so it's a hotter fire on this side. And over here is not as much. So when they're good and charred and done, then I'll switch them over to the side over here.
And we're not just going to be using these for well, I am making green chili burgers for dinner, but I'm also going to be using some of these green chilies after they're roasted and peeled for a green chili salsa. We're also going to be putting some...
Did you hear that?
I did. I'm also going to be putting some onions on the grill too, so we can cook those off, and we're going to make a lovely salsa with the chilies and the onions, and you can hear them. And when they tumble these, when they do them the traditional way in those big cylinders, it's like a big... You remember when you were a kid and they would do a drawing for somebody to win a raffle or something, and they put everybody's name in a big drum? That's the kind of drum that they put those chilies in, and they roast them over an open flame, and you can hear them popping.
Yeah,
listen.
That's the chilies popping.
You see how it's starting to blister?
Mm-hmm.
And you want them to get good and blistered. So don't be afraid to leave them on there too long.
Black.
You do. You almost want them to be completely black. And we only have like maybe a couple of pounds here, but you can do a whole bunch all at one time, and it's going to start to smell really amazing. When it's time to turn these over, we'll come back and we'll show you what they look like. All right, Rick is turning these over, and they look positively wonderful. You can see how dark and blistered they are, and that's exactly what you want, because if they don't get blistered enough, they're not going to peel very well, and you want them to peel really easily. Look at that. That's so gorgeous. And it smells incredible out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until these are charred all the way on all sides, and then we're going to put them in our bowl and take them back in the house, and I'll show you what happens next. All right, we're inside, and what I did after we brought these right in, I ran some cold water into the bowl. And this is going to make it super easy for you to just get all of that charred skin right off of that green chili. And all you have to do is kind of rub the chili, and that skin is going to come right off. It's so easy. And then you're going to take this stem out, and then just run your thumb down the side there and split it open. And for those of you who don't know, green chilies are fairly not spicy.
Mild.
They're pretty mild. And all you're gonna do after that, and you may get a little fleck of skin on there, but it's no big deal.
It's just flavor.
So you can see how this has blistered and how easy it is to just take that skin right off of there. But doing it in the water like this, it saves you a lot of time and a lot of frustration, because sometimes the skin can be a little feisty, but if you've roasted them properly, it's gonna come right off. Just kind of gently rub it with between your thumb and your forefinger, and it's just gonna come right off. Just like that. Look at that. You can take the stem end off, run your thumb right down the side, and then just wipe those seeds right out of there and put them on a plate or in a bowl. I'm gonna go finish doing this, and then I'll show you what they all look like when they're all done. And there we have it. All of our green chilies are roasted and peeled, and for the most part the seeds have been removed and most of the peel has been removed. You're gonna get little pieces of peel, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna be using this on green chili burgers, and I'm gonna be using it to make a roasted green chili and onion salsa, and I'll be making those in separate videos, so I'll be sure and link those once those get uploaded on this video here. Also, you can keep these safely in the refrigerator for up to a week, but make sure you use them. If you can't use them quickly, you're gonna wanna put them in the freezer, and then you're gonna wanna use them to add to different dishes or what have you. They're best when they're made fresh, but after they're frozen, you can still throw them into a stew or in an omelet or some eggs or whatever. I do not recommend canning these simply because there are issues that you'll need to research to understand why. So that is how you can roast your own green chilies at home. I hope that you enjoyed this because I had a lot of fun doing it and demonstrating it for you. I want to say thank you to you for joining me today to learn how to roast your own green chilies. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. So that's how you roast your own green chilies at home. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya. Alright, our pressure is done, and make sure when you remove the lid, you move it away from you, please, so that you don't get a steam burn or drip hot water on your feet if you're like me and you're in your kitchen in your stocking feet and a pair of shorts because it's hot outside. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take these eggs and you want to pop them in this bowl of ice water. This is just going to shock them, stop the cooking.